So hoping that some of these tips stop your next impulse buy. And if it helps, think about me as that little financial angel on your shoulder saying, hey guys, Melissa Dargan here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel on personal finance where I talk about all things money. Have you gone to the store to only buy 1 or 2 things and ended up coming home with 3 times that? I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it at Costco. I'm guilty of it at Target. I'm guilty of it at Walmart. I'm guilty of it at Marshall's. I'm guilty of it at the outlets. You name it. The list can go on. As part of the Financially Fit series, this video is going to focus on how to stop impulse buys. Look, I don't like to spend a ton of money and I'm pretty good about staying within budget. But sometimes you end up spending on things because you're at the store and you're like, oh, I can fit this in. In order to help curb an impulse buy like that, here are 8 strategies that I've implemented that I live by that have helped me say no to purchases that I regret purchasing later. But first, if you like learning about money as much as I do, go ahead and hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to learn more on personal finance and be updated whenever new videos are released each week. Remember, it's free to like and subscribe, and it helps extremely with the YouTube algorithm. So I appreciate your support. Thanks, guys. Now let's get into those tips. Tip number 1, calculate how many hours. And what I mean by that is look at the price tag, know how much you make an hour, and find out how many hours it's going to take you to pay off that one item. So for instance, let's say you make $15 an hour and you want to purchase a pair of jeans for $45. Is that pair of jeans worth 3 hours of your time? At least for me, when I started to think about spending in terms of how many hours do I have to work to purchase this item, it made me think twice before I actually bought something and really helped me prioritize what matters and what do I want to spend on. So the next time you're in a store and you're thinking, should I buy this? Think about it this way. How many hours is it going to take for you to pay off that one item, and is it worth it? Tip number 2, unsubscribe to marketing emails. There's a sale here. There's a promo there. And then when you look at your emails, you're like, oh, I got to take advantage of this 40% off, which would be great. But if you weren't thinking about buying something and don't need it, get rid of the temptation. Unsubscribe from those marketing emails. Because all those emails are to try to keep these companies top of mind for you and incentivize you to spend. And when you don't need a skirt or a pair of jeans or a pair of socks or whatever it is that they're trying to market you, maybe sometimes by showing you that there's a sale, they get you to purchase. You know what to do? Get rid of the temptation, unsubscribe from those marketing emails. And you're going to be grateful for this later, because when you're looking at your emails and you start to unsubscribe, you're going to have less spam, which in all honesty, after having hundreds of emails, possibly a day, it's nice to get rid of all the ones that you just delete anyway. Tip number 3, as simple as this sounds, shop with a list and stick to it. Shopping with intention reduces the chances that you're going to wander off, get distracted, and buy things that you didn't need or didn't mean to go to the store for. A lot of the times when Garrett and I go shopping, we make a list. 2 pairs of shorts, 1 pair of jeans, a shirt, and then we go into the store knowing exactly what it is we're looking to buy and stick to that plan. It's really important also to hold yourself accountable, knowing, the only things you're going into the store for are these items. Be strict with yourself, but making a list helps prevent you from getting distracted and purchasing things you didn't intend to purchase when walking into the store. This now relates to the next tip. Tip number 4, don't wander around the store. When you wander around the store, you're more likely to see something that you didn't intend to buy. If you don't see it, you won't buy it. It's as simple as that. And so going into the store knowing exactly what department or what aisle you want to go to is going to be very helpful versus wandering around the store looking at things. What could it hurt, right? Well, it could hurt your wallet. And basically, if you're trying to avoid purchasing unnecessary items, things you didn't mean to buy when you were walking into the store, don't wander around. And this goes back to shopping with intention. Go straight to the department of where you need to purchase the item, find what it is that you need, and leave the store. You may already know this, but there is a science to how retail stores are set up that will get you to spend more. And so not wandering around the store, going directly to the section or department that you need to go to find the item that you want to buy, finding that item, purchasing it, and then leaving the store is a good way to prevent yourself from buying things that you didn't need. Tip number 5, use the trade-off method. And every time I use this, it hurts just a little. It's because every time I buy something new, I need to get rid of 2 things. Yes, 2 items. And so it really makes me think in trade-offs of, is this new thing that I'm about to buy worth me getting rid of 2 items that I have? And this does help me because I have limited closet space. And so getting rid of things as I purchase new things prevents me from becoming a hoarder because, I do not want to be that person who just has a closet full of things that I never use anymore. I want things to just be clean, neat, and tidy. Tip number 6 is the walkout rule. And it can be as simple as, if you didn't plan to buy it, put it back on the rack and just walk out. Just walk out of the store and say no. Sometimes you may find something that you really like. It may be the only one left in your size, but you weren't planning on buying it and really don't want to spend money, and so you're torn. What you can do in that instance is take the item, bring it to the cashier, ask them to put on hold for you. A number of stores will do this for a couple hours or at least until the end of the day, and this gives you some time to rethink. If it wasn't on your plan to purchase originally, use this rule, the walkout rule, so that you can really test and see if it's something that you truly want. For me, I actually use a 24-hour rule. And this is for something that I don't need urgently or instantly. Maybe it's not on sale when I first see it. And so I really have to think twice before I just put it in my cart and add it to buy. And this one helps save you money, prevent you from impulse buying, but also just helps you reflect and truly prioritize. Did you really need it? Did you want it? Is it worth for you to go back to the store to buy it? So if you're unsure about this item and had no intention of buying it in the first place when you walked into the store, put it back on the rack, walk out of the store, and see if you think about it again. If you do and it's in your budget, go back and purchase it. But if it's something that you forget and realize you can live without and really don't need to go back to the store for, you've just saved yourself money and prevented yourself from having an impulse buy. Tip number 7, wait for a sale. If you go to a store and let's say you see something and it's still full price, instead of just telling yourself, no, I'm not going to buy it, you just say, I'll wait until it goes on sale. This buys you enough time to really think through, again, whether or not it's worth it for you to purchase. And it's not telling yourself, no, you'll never get it. It's, okay, I'm going to wait a little and rethink. There are some exceptions to paying full price. And for me, that's buying presents or buying luxury goods that just never go on sale. Last tip, tip number 8, is avoid retail shopping and don't shop when you're bored. Whenever you're feeling a lot of emotions, don't go out to shop to make yourself feel better. First of all, whatever it is that made you feel bad or angry or sad or whatever it is that you're feeling probably isn't going to be treated by the short-term solution of purchasing items and going on a shopping spree. Yes, that may make you feel good in the short period of time, but then later you're back into reality of whatever it is that made you upset, angry, and sad, and that's not going away. The biggest thing you should probably do instead of using retail therapy is to actually face what it is that has caused the problem. I will say that for some people, retail therapy is their release, but if you don't have it within your budget, it can really rack up debt on your credit card if you decide to go shopping just for like revenge shopping spree or comfort buying, whatever it is. Be careful because this can get you into debt. And what I like to tell my friends who like to go shopping as a means of coping is just add it to a like list. Instead of adding it to your cart, add it to a like list and build a list of things that you would like to purchase and buy. But don't actually buy it. This way, when you add it to the list, you won't forget what it is that you found online, and you can always come back to it when you're at a better state to review your purchases. I just really want to caution that retail therapy can get you into serious debt, and you have to be careful. Basically, don't shop if you're emotionally stressed or just bored. It increases the chances that you'll end up buying things that you don't need. So hoping that some of these tips stop your next impulse buy. And if it helps, think about me as that little financial angel on your shoulder saying,
are you sure you need to purchase it? How many hours of work is it going to take for you to afford this item?
Remember, you may find that some of these tips work better for you. I'd love to know which ones, so in the comments below, let me know which tips help you prevent your next impulse buy and what it was you avoided purchasing. Other than that, if you found these tips helpful, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to be updated whenever new personal finance videos are released each week. Remember, it's free to like and subscribe, and it helps extremely with the YouTube algorithm, so I appreciate your support. Thanks, guys, and see you in the next video. You know what this means? It's time to get financially fit. And since you're still here, check out these other personal finance videos that I think you'll enjoy. See you in the next video.